What's up, everybody? It's Dwayne, back again for another video, back again for another reaction, and today's a great day, and you know why, because it's another Swedish day, and I'm learning about Midsummers. So after the last video, I felt like I didn't really learn anything, well, not a lot, because there was no visual representation of what Midsummers was. So I found a new video which looks a lot more promising. It's a Swedish person and he's going to explain what Midsummers is, and there's going to be some visual aspects to it. So I think that's a lot better for me to really understand what Midsummers is, the history, why it happens, and what you do on the day. So without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Tell you about Midsummer.
My name is not Sven, it is Martin, yeah.
My name is not Sven.
Yes, several years ago I made a video about Midsummer, so I thought why not reuse that video and let you guys experience a much younger Martin in his prime, talking about my favorite holiday of the year, Midsummer. Here you go.
Oh, that's amazing. Look how many people are there. So already, even though he hasn't even started explaining what this is, it looks like a community event. Like everyone gathers, everyone's dancing. See, and the last one, that guy said, the young lad said, in Sweden you don't have a culture of dance. I can see straight away that, and Swedish people don't know how to dance. Straight away, Swedish people are dancing. So can't be true.
Glad Midsommar, happy Midsummer. Welcome to Midsummer's Eve celebrations here in Sweden. So Midsummer is a typical European event, and it is celebrated differently depending on where in Europe it is. It has really the strongest set of celebration in Sweden, because Swedes have not adopted the merge between the pre-Christian era and the Christian era, so we don't celebrate prophets and stuff like that. So the celebration is really that of the entry of summer, which is combined at the same time as the summer solstice, when the sun is at its highest, and it was...
It's to do with the solstice. Okay, so the longest day of summer. Right, now I'm understanding. Okay, that's when it's celebrated, okay.
Said that around the time when the sun was started to, turn south, that magic was in the air, and the way that we interpreted that in Sweden was that we would dance around a pole that looked like this. And it was said that it was a very fertile age, and it was a good thing to be born in March or April, because that meant that your parents had sex on Midsummer. What people would do on Midsummer's Eve, they would pick 7 different kinds of flowers and they would put them under their pillow, and the idea was that you would then dream about the future spouse that you were going to marry. And there was a certain way of how you picked the flowers, because you had to cross over a fence, a typical type of fence, pick one flower, pass over another fence, pick one flower, and once you have picked all the flowers, the 7 flowers, or 9 flowers in some cases, you had to be quiet. You couldn't not say a word until you went to bed and you placed them under your pillow. And then hopefully you had a dream about that person and not someone else. So the maypole would be raised, and it would be cloth in green and flowers, and you would dance around and singing songs about little frogs.
Did he say dance around and sing about frogs?
Someone else. So the maypole would be raised, and it would be cloth in green and flowers, and you would dance around and singing songs about little frogs.
He just said that casually. Okay, so you dance. Oh, why do we dance like frogs? You dance around like little frogs. Okay.
So Midsummer is one of the big traditions in Sweden. It's also one of the few that aren't connected directly to Christianity. The other one being Valborg, which we celebrate on the last day of April. And traditionally with Midsummer in other countries, they would burn a big fire, but we do that to burn all old leaves, and we do that on Valborg. Another important...
That's so cute. So that looks amazing. Like the community gets together, has a big celebration, dances around a pole. It's like maypole dancing in the UK. They don't do it much anymore. I remember being really young and being in primary school, and doing maypole dancing. That tradition has literally completely gone. Not completely gone, but it's not. I've not seen that tradition anywhere since I've been since being a kid. So it's important to keep our traditions, and I think this is amazing. If you guys still celebrate this quite often, then I think that's great, and I think that's amazing, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Tradition when it comes to Midsummer is the food, where we eat sauced herring, meatballs, new potatoes, and we drink the snaps and we sing the snap songs, and many people get quite drunk, which in turn makes the dreaming part where you put the flowers on the pillow interesting.
Okay.
And of course, the most important probably when it comes to the celebration, aside from the herring and the new potatoes and the meatballs, the strawberry. So people turn up to these events where you have the maypole and you would dance around in 1 or 2 or 3 rings, depending on how big the actual event is. And then you sing songs and you do specific dancing. Some people are dressed in folk costumes, but it's a great thing for the kids and the family.
Yeah, that was me a couple of years ago.
That looks so much fun. That's like a whole tradition. So where is it done? Let me know in the comment section. Is it in a is it done in like a specific area, specific events where you gather, or you just find the nearest park and do it? I'm guessing it's like certain places where you erect the pole and then you dance around it. That's so much fun. That's such a great tradition. Do you normally have like a family meal after that, or is all the celebrations done in the daytime? Let me know in the comment section. It was really good.
Telling you about Midsummer. If you want to follow the Swedish language on Instagram, you really should, because I talk about Swedish culture and Swedish language, and I do daily stuff, and I answer questions that you post to me there. So why not go over and follow that too, to get all the Swedishness after, the jumping frogs and the upside down penis and all that. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
The jumping frogs and upside down penises. I like him. He's good fun. And also, I'm so happy that's a bad view. That's better. And he explained it better than the British guy, of course, because he's Swedish. And yeah, subscribe to him. I will link this video in my description. Guys, thank you very much for watching. By the way, how many of you have signed up to my Patreon? I am so happy so many of you have signed up so that we can watch the first episode of Snabba-Cash. And also, I've got a little surprise for you guys. Well, 40% of you voted for Snabba-Cash, but there were a significant amount of you that didn't vote for that one. And I think you'd rather see me learn a little bit more of a positive side of Sweden. So I'm going to watch the Great Swedish Adventure. Is that the name of it? I will put the picture up now. I'm going to watch that as well. I'm going to watch the first episode of season 2 on my Patreon, because I couldn't find season 1, but I'm going to watch the whole series on there. So there's 2 options of shows that I'm going to be watching with you guys on my Patreon. The link is in the description. I'd love to see as many of you there. And yeah, guys, I'm so excited. It's Friday and I get to watch my first Swedish TV show. I'm so excited to do that with you guys today. So yeah, the link's in the description. I'd love to see all of you there. Until the next one, I will see you guys later.